Hey guys, so I'm not starting. I don't know if I'm starting this thing. I've already messed up. So I'm going to be going over this video that I just posted and just going through like behind the scenes and stuff because a lot of people seem to like behind the scenes. But people seem to like behind the scenes. The scene. Give me my tea. Who's messaging me? So I'm just gonna go behind the scenes, speaking about my thoughts and just showing you guys some stuff that I was and like how I got over some obstacles with this, because this is honestly one big obstacle after another just to get this done. Because originally this was all gonna be raycast, but then I realized if I wanted that collapse effect, I can't use raycast. I possibly might remake this using raycast. I'm not sure. As of right now, we're just gonna go through this video. I should probably first, how I did that. You have like your character here. Just go up to right here, and I just click the faces thing, this triangle thing, and you just select. It's probably gonna lag a lot. Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta click this first. Haha. It's lagging a lot because it has a lot of the collapse thing on it. So basically, I just, would go right here, just select a face if it would let me select a face. It's not gonna let me select a face. Oh well. Basically, I went here and just like clicked, and like little red squares, or not squares, like triangles appeared, and then I would hit shift and delete, and it would delete, and I was just choosing random sections. So that's how I got her like cracked face. I should have deleted the facials inside, like you could see like the blush and stuff showing through. Yeah, I forgot to delete that, which was another obstacle I had to get past, which was fun because I did an oof. Should probably go back to the video. Oops. Yeah, here's me adding the collapse effect. And I had forgotten, funny thing, I had actually forgotten how to use the like actual the controller. That's what I'm trying to say. That's so you see me struggling for a little bit right there. I'm like, how do you use this again? Why is it? Because you see all the right before that is all these are in her face. I'm like, how do I get all these little shards out of her face? And so I was just struggling. I was like, which facial is this? And then I was like, oh, it's just that. Yay. And then I forgot to hit register and had to redo it all over again. Luckily I hit register on the other thing, so all I had to do was just move it back up. And I should have posed her before I did the collapse thing, but oh well. This is good. Also, when doing the fingers, just doing the fingers, I did the pointer finger first, but then I was going through these, like this on the side right here, and the way this goes, it goes the thumb, then the pointer, or thumb, then pinky, ring finger, middle finger, then pointer. But I had already done the pointer, so if I had done this in the order that it was, I would have left the pointer finger down, then done the thumb, then done the pinky, and then the ring finger, and look, it'd be stuck up there. So I didn't want to do that, so I realized it as I was doing the thumb. I was like, oh, you see me right there. I'm like, oh, don't want to do that. So that's why all of a sudden I went from the thumb and right there and just suddenly put down the pinky, and I was like, oh, I don't want that out there. So yeah, then just had to adjust all the placements of the fingers. A quick tip when posing your models, as you can see right here, she has her like arm sticking up, like this part right here. If you leave a pose like that, it's kind of awkward. If you do a pose yourself, you're not gonna have your arm or elbow sticking out. You kind of have it more relaxed and down. So that's why I fixed it right there. You always have like a little relaxed pose. So that's what that was. Also, this is a green screen mirror from a motion that I was making called, it's by Gumi. Why can't I think of what it's called? Copycat. That's what it is. Copycat. So I was making Copycat. That's a mirror from Copycat. And then I just turned that green because I have an actual green screen somewhere. I was originally just going to add a really cool background, but that didn't work out. So that's why I then turned the background black. But originally it was going to be green screened and I was going to put something. I don't know what I was going to put, but I was going to put something. I just made this as I went. So you see me there posing the green screen and trying not to get any edges. Funny thing, after posing the ears, oh yeah, I'm trying to add the raycast here. That didn't work out, and there's the point IES. That didn't work out either without the raycast, because it was looking funny. But anyway, as I was saying, I put the ears down, and when I loaded Lori in later, I should probably pause this. When I loaded Lori in later, and I saw her ears were up here, I was like, why does she look so funny? It's because I put them down, and just from doing all this, just got used to the way they looked like that. So yeah, then, or was it? Yeah, doing raycast, all that stuff. Right here. So I realized, it was at this time I was like, okay, can't use raycast, what's plan B? Plan B is to make a sphere, shove it in her head, and make it glow. So here I am just making, it's a very just simple sphere. Like this. Doesn't even have many vertices or anything. Just went Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere, and then just gave it 10 segments, 10 rings, then went Shade Smooth. And boom. Oh, and the way I got it into PMX, if you just go here, make sure if you have any modifiers or whatever, or cameras or lights, get rid of all those. Just select the mesh you want, file, export as an OBJ right here. Because then when you go into PMX, okay, fine, we're going to close out of that. Because it's just going to lag my computer all at once. What people don't know about PMX is if you go to File and Import, they usually see all these like PMX stuff. But if I go to Desktop real quick, you'll see the glow right there. That's the circle. But if I go here, or the sphere, you go down to this tab here, you can import BMP, JPG, PNG, OBJ. So very simple way to just import stuff from Blender to PMX. They also do stuff from Metasequoia and whatever that is. I usually just use OBJ and then weigh it using a weigh plugin. But yeah. Yeah, so here I am just resizing it and stuff so that it fits in our head. Then to make it change color to have that blue glow, I turned it blue. It was originally pink and then teal, and then it wasn't standing out very much, so I turned it like a deep blue. And hold on, let me point out that's another funny thing. I was trying to I haven't been on MMD in so long, so just out of muscle memory or whatever, I tried to load autoluminous to that sphere, and I did it by going to the corner up there, going here, clicking on that, and then clicking the tab that came up for autoluminous, but that's not the way you do it. You just go down here and click load. But so yeah, a little brain fart like that. I saw the little error pop up. I was so confused. Then trying to get the IK kind morph, that thing just was a pain in the butt to get to work. And then autoluminous was being a pain, so I used object luminous. And yes, there is a difference. For those of you who don't know, there is a very big difference. Okay, quick tip here. So I wanted this background black, but with all the effects I had, I wanted these AO effects on the very like top of this list. See, right here they're on the very top, but since they're on the very top, the way they work, they turn the background white, but I didn't want it white, so here's a quick tip that you do. Load in, what is this called? Color shift, and put that at the top of the list, and then just point just point. Yes, just point the value. Just put the value down here to 0.1, and you can hardly tell it's there, and it keeps the background black. I'm just shifting the effects around and playing with them. Had to like make the outline of her so that it stood out against the I used the AO effects to make her look dark, and then with the order I have here, there's the AO and then the bleach bypass and IK clut, and then put the object luminous for this thing on top of the clut and bleach bypass, so that the bleach bypass and the clut, IK clut, would affect the model but not the actual color of the what's it called, that thing. So yeah, then you see I turned it dark blue instead of teal, trying to get it to stand out, which I couldn't. It took me forever to figure out how to do that. I was trying to get rid of the facials there so that I could, but it was just, I just gave up and was like, okay, gotta get this to work. And if you're asking how I got that sparkle effect, that's actually a mess up. All these little like sparkles, that's just because of the shatter effect, the collapse effect. That's why it's doing that. Now I'm just changing the value of the bleach bypass. I cannot English today. I honestly kind of like how that looked right there. Then I changed the lighting. People say don't use the default lighting on MMD. I kind of didn't have a choice here because the spotlight would make only a part of her focus, and that's not what I wanted. I just wanted this whole part right here to be the main focus. So I just used this and put the light underneath her. So it's like shining from like down here and up like that. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, power DOF, that didn't work. IK clut, that didn't work. Or not IK clut, was it IK kind morph. This effect, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So that's why I did that. And I ended up making 2 renders, one with it and one without it. Yeah, I did not end up using the 4 color. And one quick thing about like I was saying, if you have an effect, let's add the AO effect. I believe it's this one. I'm gonna just turn it off. I want the background to be black, and you see the background turns black. Let me turn off the ground shadows. But then I want this SAO effect, and if I display that, you see it turns the background white, and I don't want that. So I just go here, go to color shift, turn that to 0.1. As you can see, you could hardly tell it's there. Only if you zoom in, you could see that tiny little green line. But if you're doing it from afar, then you can't really tell it's there, and then you just go to background, model draw order, or not model draw, accessories edit, that's what I meant, and then just go up. Ta-da, you have a black background. Yay! What else was I gonna go over? Something cool, let's see, something else. We'll go to this right here. I have a ton of effects, don't judge. I mean, just not cross-luminous, no. I'm not that desperate yet to use cross-luminous. Let's see, let's go here. I'll make her eyes on that one, and then age put just 0.1. Put 0.5. And this one 0.1. So say I want this to glow, but I don't want the eye. I want the eyes to stand out. Maybe just this pink eye or whatever. And I go to here. think it's at the bottom. Nope, it's not at the bottom. I gotta figure out where all my effects are. So bleach bypass, I always put this one to 0.1. That's what it makes it look sort of monochrome. But over here, if you change local, click it global, click it accessory, this changes how much red there is, how much green there is, how much blue there is. Pretty simple. It's these little arrows here, or it's just here, here, and here. But, I mean, you could play around with these. Like that. Or you could just click and drag, add more red, less red. If you want to reset it, I just go here, 0, enter. So what I do is, if you want those eyes to shine, because you see this, the bypass changes the color of the glow on her, like, ears and stuff, and her eyes. You could just go to background, accessories, edit, and put this like that. Now this will all glow, but that won't. Well, everything's still glowing, but you get what I mean. This is all colorful now, and then this is still like the monochrome. And now if I go to the bypass, I make it like less red. I can make it kind of like emphasize some stuff, color theory and all that. Probably would want to make this more like a teal. Let me see. Ta-da! Very pretty, very, very pretty. And if you want to just do like the opposite, just put this up. Dun dun dun. And ta-da! Very, very pretty. Very pretty, yes. And something I always recommend, always have your AO effects at the very bottom. Because they can mess with stuff. Cause like if I have this here and I put it at like 5, make it very obvious. Or you know what, here, let me get one that's pretty obvious. This HGSAO, that one's, you put that one too high, it messes with your stuff, yeah. This is, as you can see, she looks very horrifying. But as you can see, the glow is like affected by the shading too. That's why you always want to put this. So that this glow is like over the shadow. Yeah. This is how I made, if anyone remembers my like old effects with the green shader, you just take what is it? My old effects, you just go, no, you put HGSA, you go 1.2, I still remember it, 0.8, this, and you use greener shader. Here's a good like beginner effect if you don't have like a super high computer. Just use a greener shader, probably, I think it was cloudy. No, it wasn't cloudy, it was dark. Hold on, I can figure this out. I will figure this out. Okay, it was just the normal one. Either the normal one or cloudy, and then you just take these effects and actually that was 2.2. No, not 2. It was 2, something like that. And this was my effects. That's how you got this effect. So if you're starting out on MMD and you don't have the best computer, just load the greener shader and then an SGSAO or just any AO. They all affect the model differently. It's just up to your preference. So yeah, hopefully I didn't mess up too bad on this. Hopefully this wasn't too boring and you all fell asleep. Why do I look like a raccoon? What? See that? That looks like I look like a raccoon. So yeah, hopefully this wasn't too boring. Should I do more? I don't know. Should I be like any YouTuber, be like, hey guys, if we get to a whopping 2 likes, we get 2 likes, I will do something. I will turn into a dinosaur. We get a whopping 2 likes, yes. If we 2 likes, okay? Okay, take care, y'all.